Hey everybody, Questwise here, and today I want to talk about a product that I stumbled upon via Facebook. Is where I first saw this product advertised, and then I reached out to the author of this project and talked to him for a few minutes about what he's doing with this project, and the future of it and how it's going to grow. And he graciously allowed me to do a review of this as well. I'm going to refer to them as the Witch Traditions. These are done by Timothy S. Brannan, I believe. And they are currently available as PDF. The first one's called The Cult of Diana, the Amazon Witch Tradition. And these are going to be for, specifically they have them tagged as for the Blueholme Prentice rules. But they're also sort of old school inspired, so any kind of old school product that you want to use this with, be it basic D&D, or I should say OD&D, original D&D. You could probably use this with Swords and Wizardry. You could use this with Labyrinth Lord, especially Labyrinth Lord being a clone of sort of classic D&D. These will all be available for those. And currently, like I said, the Cult of Diana one is available, but there'll also be one coming up very, very shortly, which will be called the Children of the Gods, the Classic Witch Tradition, which will be a full product. It'll be, so the Cult of Diana, think of it as sort of a primer or maybe a quick start, if you would. It's a shorter product, but the Children of the Gods will be a much more full product and have a lot more stuff. First off, it is currently, the Cult of Diana is currently a free PDF over at DriveThruRPG and at the DM's Guild as well too. It's targeted for, like I said, for Blueholme, using that rule set based on the Holmes D&D original set. But you could also use it with any Moldvay or OSR clones that fit that same sort of basic or OD&D feel. It's published by the Other Side Publishing. And written by Timothy Brannan. It adds the witch class, and if you read the introduction to the PDF, he talks about how as a young gamer, he was reading through some of the classes that would be available coming up in like first edition D&D, and the witch was named, and it was never fully fleshed out at all in that product. And so he decided just recently that he would go and begin to flesh that out and bring it to life as he has seen fit. There's a lot of stuff in this product that I can see where he has done his research into witch traditions. Now, it's not meant to be and emulate an occult or a Wiccan type of a religion, but you can see where he's really done a lot of reading and a lot of research into both historical witches as well as sort of the mythological folklore behind witches and stuff as well too. What you're going to get in the free PDF is the witch class and 2 covens. Covens are sort of like guilds that they belong to. Or if you think of a cleric, sort of their domain kind of thing. So the covens are like a guild or a domain that the witches belong to. There are 40 new spells and 8 rituals. And rituals are spells that can be partaken by a number of different witches. I was also able to take a sneak peek at the full product, which will be coming out very, very soon. I believe when we were talking, I think you said like in a week or so. So from, if you check about a week from the filming of this video, it should be available as a PDF, and then eventually available as a print-on-demand product as well too. And I think you're going to really want this as a print-on-demand, and I'll get to the reasons why for that in just a few minutes. The full product becomes it has 83 pages. It adds the witch class, of course. It adds 6 new covens and how to build your own if you want to. 8 levels of spells and 8 levels of rituals, as well as a bestiary, magic items, and a whole bunch more. So why was I so attracted to this? What sort of sparked my love for this product and why I wanted to review it? First of all, and this goes for basically any D&D product or any sort of role-playing product. If it captures my imagination, that's the kind of thing that excites me. It doesn't have to be extremely well written. It doesn't have to be extremely well produced. But this is very, very well done. If it captures my imagination, if it sparks some ideas in my brain of things that I want to run and the things that I want to do with it, it's definitely a product that I will look into a little bit more. This does that, and it does it in a multitude of ways. So first, as I was reading over the very basic free PDF that's available now, I got to thinking about what it would be like to run an entire witch-based campaign. Almost, it kind of gave me thoughts of like the old Ars Magica role-playing game, and I could see that you would, you would want to play maybe multiple characters, sort of a troop-style play, in that you would have your main character would be your witch, and then you might have some hirelings or some henchmen that you would use as sort of your secondary characters that could do things that were a little bit more than, flexible than what the witch could do. The witch has access to an amazing amount of spells, but they're going to be very weak. They don't have access to any kind of really armor beyond like leather or hide, and they don't really have any training in sort of weapon styles, as it were. So, you might want a soldier henchman or somebody like that to help you when you get into a situation where you need to fight, right? Those kinds of things. Now, the witch is an interesting sort of class because it's sort of a blend of magic user and cleric. But he does a lot of great detail into what makes that unique and what makes that special. So clerics actually are meant to go out and profess their faith and to convert others to their belief, as well as to shepherd their flock. Witches, while they might worship a deity, a goddess, or an entity of some kind, do it in a very personal level. They're never going to go out and try to profess their faith. It's a very personal thing for them, but they may help others due to their sort of belief system, but they're not going to sort of shepherd a flock. They're there to simply use the power that they have or that they've been granted in ways that could have benefit others as well, but not as sort of like having a congregation of people. So that's how they're a little bit different. And they do have some access to magic user spells as well as to clerical spells such as healing. They also have the ability to make poultices and stuff as well too, so using herbs and making sort of like small minor healing potions and such. And so it's a very grounded in a very folklore type of a setting, and I love it. And that's the reason why I love sort of classic D&D, is because of that sort of integration of history with fantasy, and it's always been one of my favorites, and it's always something that very much sparks my imagination in running things like OD&D or first edition or second edition, things like Swords and Wizardry, Castles and Crusades. It's all very rooted in folklore and history and stuff, as well as adding those sort of mythological elements to the game and stuff as well too. So I'll put a link down in the description below where you can grab this free introductory product. And like I said, in about a week or so, there will be the full product out with a bunch of new stuff, a bunch of new spells and magic items and rituals and all sorts of stuff. Rituals are so cool. I can't wait for you to check them out. But I will put a link down in the description below where you can grab that free product. And please leave a comment. Let me know what you think of it. And I just wanted to give a little bit more of a push to this and help Mr. Brannan out with sort of spreading the word about this product, because I think it is amazing. And I think it is a wonderful, wonderful product. So until next time, I'm Questwise, and I am out.